Welcome to episode 2 of season 2 of the Odd Endeavor. Woo!
Whoa.
YouTube boys, hello. Mr. DM, hit us up with the tragic tale of season 2, episode 1.
It wasn't that tragic.
It was pretty tragic.
I mean, y'all just kind of went into the forest and got stoned.
Not wrong.
Okay. Okay. So after the recap, which took up a lot of the last episode, what y'all did during the several month hiatus, y'all came back and were tasked with a new endeavor to initially recover a stone in the possession of a pirate lord. Who you found was related to one of your party members, actually, by the end of the episode. Really to heck. However, on the way to the city where you're going to gather some information, you were accosted by what appeared to be a dragon made of stone. The dragon had this weird, unusual attack where it turned two of your party members, Alila, back into statues. And almost killed the rest of your party, except for Bea, because Bea don't give a fuck. At the end of the fight, you destroyed this dragon eventually, barely, and managed to go through some ruins and find two things. One, there was a symbol of a particular sect of a cult of Ayun into it. Into one of the central stones of this, and two, the eyes were actually eyes of essentially scrying. These gems of scrying, which allowed whoever was using this, whoever made this, to see what it was doing, which you promptly disposed of. Now you are left stranded in the woods. Two of your three standing party members, Ace and Og, really hurt. Bea just fine, and Alila and Heck turned to stone. So, as you see yourself in the woods, your party members now petrified. What do you do?
Oh yeah, before we do, I still need to switch the icon for Hoots.
Is there a Hoot update?
Yeah.
I'll get on that.
Kind of just zoomed into the owl and made it. It's so cute. He looks so fat. I like it.
He's thick. He a thick ass boy. Look at him.
Fat Barb, go zoom.
Anyway.
Is just gonna sit on this log and start taking a short rest to recover some spell slots.
What idea?
Alright. But that's taken care of. And I look at the statues. Well, now what?
Now, we figure out how to move them.
I'm sure it won't be a big problem. You got a big guy right here. You can handle it, right? I pat Og on the back.
As you pat Og, you kind of notice that Og does not look great. Of bleeding everywhere. Very tired.
Oh my god, you actually changed the name of it. I just noticed.
Change the name of what? Name of what?
The how much you magically fucked it up in Ader. And the how much you fucked it up in Ader.
Oh yeah.
Fumble charts. You actually changed.
Wow.
You know what? I like the idea.
pretty great.
You're welcome.
What can I say except you're welcome?
All right. Let's see. Where's my sheet? Oop. Yeah. Let's just take 5. Get a rest here. We'll figure out what to do later.
Smart idea.
Hold on. Let me mark a short rest for the rock. Gotcha. All right. Cool.
The rock is safe.
The rock feels a lot more well rested after the short rest. It's it doesn't feel any lighter, but it's
Okay.
Boots. Fly up around the area. Keep an eye out for us. And Hoots will go. Oh my god. Hoots will act as aerial surveillance. Just keep an eye on us while we're taking our rest.
The zombies are also probably not doing much, but they're watching at least.
Okay. Have them make a perception check for me, please. Whoever's keeping a lookout, check. Okay. One of your zombies is very alert. Which one would that be? Who's your first one you rolled?
Theomund, probably.
Theomund is on it. Theomund seems perfectly relaxed. Jerks head to the right, hears a noise in the distance, and you see a deer running by. And they'll fall in after it.
Hello? Roll 20, please.
Can I roll a perception check as a rock?
No.
Okay. Well, I was just going to say it's a 0 because I'm a rock.
What happened with roll 20?
Hold on. Let me go back to the screen. You can see, I have a blank Hoots page, and it won't close. I'm clicking the X, it will not close. It is stuck here. Let me switch to technical difficulties real quick.
Yeah, try to reload.
I have to reload. Yeah.
God damn it.
At least, YouTube gets to see my sweet technical difficulties page.
There you go. I'm so glad I pushed dog on because the dog just did this big old yawn.
There we go. Hopefully that fix. Yeah, there we go. All right. Sorry about that.
Oh, good. Roll 20. Why do you like this?
It has its good days and its bad days. Like everything.
True. There's a new Hoots token.
Hey. Woo. Got to actually change the name of the creature in the character sheet. It just says Ace's Owl. Ooh.
Oh. Goodbye, second Hoots.
Oh no. Who's this gonna be alone?
Okay, so you guys can rest up, recover some hit die if you wish. Any spell slots if you are the class that gains spell slots during short rests.
Alright. Let's get some HP back. Pock.
Why can't you?
Now you roll well.
Alright, let's see how another one goes.
This is stupid.
Bruh.
Oh, I actually deleted some of my HP.
Yeah, you were at 20, so you'd be at 30.
Yeah. I did it again. I did that thing thought where I just typed the number in.
Yeah, so you set your
Yep.
your health to that number instead of adding it. Yeah.
You know what? I have plenty of hit dice. What's
I forget what are paladin hit dice.
Alright,
numbers?
cool.
You
D10.
can actually just. Oh, no, D10, yeah.
Thank you.
D8. D8's a cleric, right?
Yeah, D8's a cleric. Well,
Yeah.
D8s are like most classes are D8s.
Yeah. But I don't know why I said D10. 'Cause
D10s are paladin, fighters, and rangers.
Ranger, yeah.
Are D10s.
I got 2 of those D10. Might as well use them.
Seriously, why did you roll so high now?
I think it's because back when I was rolling for HP, it was before I was using the 3D dice. I was just using the automatic roll.
That's why you just start using that. Obviously.
Well, ever since I started using the 3D dice, not the automatic roll, I've been rolling better on everything. So, but yeah.
I have nothing to hide.
Well, Alga's resting. He's gonna just spend his whole time like sitting on his butt, just staring at the statues.
Yeah.
Kind of just moping.
Yeah, they are stuck with a frozen expression of, surprise and almost horror on their face because they realized what was happening to their bodies.
Wait, do I?
So, is there anything else you guys wish to do on your short rests?
And Bea's gonna ask if either of the other two have rope.
Aga's gonna kind of just like reach in his pouch of stuff and pull out a large thing of rope.
You have a 50-foot rope?
Yeah,
Believe?
I'm marking it down because I didn't have it marked down for how much it was.
I
Just said
Goes
rope.
back, I think.
honestly don't know if Ace has rope.
Very poor Indiana Jones.
And I never really marked down like the starter adventure pack that everyone usually gets, but if people always get that and that's
Well, it depends
in there.
because some classes get dungeon or dungeon delver pack, and then the others can get explorers.
Yeah. And then
I'm not sure if they both give.
Bea
rope or
just
not.
has a bag of fucking paper and ink and shit.
Yeah.
I'd assume Ace would have, just because of what he usually does.
If
That he'd have
a
at
rope
least.
first, you'd have a burglar's pack, a dungeoneer's pack, or an explorer's pack. One of those three.
Yeah. I'll just say explorer's pack. He never really was a a burglar, I guess, would also be used in spy work as well.
And then yeah, if you're going with explorers, you would have 50 feet of rope as well.
The burglar's plaque does come with hemp and rope as well, also.
Yeah. Alright, so regardless of any other choice, he'd have rope. So yeah.
Okay.
Burglar's plaque comes with ball bearings, water skin, hemp and rope, crowbar, and a hammer as well, and a hood and lantern.
Yeah. We'll just say for the sake of everything, he has the burglar's pack because rogue and spy work.
Yeah, so you would be offered 2 substantially long pieces of rope. Yeah.
All right, perfect. I would say at the end of the short rest, assuming nothing else happens to interrupt it, I would probably go and begin well, cutting and flaying, or not flaying, but like cutting open Hex horse to make a sled out of it to put one of the statues on.
Wow, the leather.
Hmm?
Out of the skin, the leather. Wait, no.
No,
Wait.
out of the whole corpse.
Yeah, he's using the whole corpse.
Oh, damn.
Huh.
For that one, I would need a survival check.
Okay. This is gonna go well.
All right. It'll take some time, a good amount of time, getting this together. But you watch as Beta starts to dissect a horse and kind of start sewing pieces of it together to try and make it like a little sled.
Well, not like sewing, but like take out the guts, like break down the front of the rib cage and just spread it open, basically.
So the big, like a tauntaun from Star Wars.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. You watch as Beta starts to tauntaun a horse. Normally unnerving sight, seeing a little girl covered in the blood and guts of some animal, but it's Bea, so you got a little used to that.
Doesn't bother Og. He's used to
At this
making
Ace has
messes.
seen worse.
At this point, I'm surprised if she wasn't covered in viscera.
True. I mean, by the end of your time, it take I'd say a couple hours to do this. Get in like serviceable condition. It looks like it could be serviceable, depending what you tie it to and how rough ahead the road is.
Alright. She will then. Let's see, whose horse was it that actually survived and didn't run away?
Lotus horse should be fine. If I'm mistaken.
Yeah.
Lila's horse should be fine.
Okay.
Did Ace's horse survive?
I think Ace left his horse behind over here-ish.
I'm say, because I think, yeah, my horse ran away.
Yeah, your horse fucked off.
Yeah, I think it was Alila's horse survived and stayed there.
Hex horse was
Boggs ran off.
Yeah,
Hex
and-
was killed, and the
Oh,
other two
okay.
were petrified.
Yeah, Ace was turned to stone. Yep.
Yeah.
So here's the part where this goes really wrong. She's gonna try to like tie the horse corpse between Alila's horse and her 2 zombies.
Okay. Interesting. Make me an animal handling check for this.
Yeah, thought so.
Okay. The horse is kind of moving away. Doesn't outright run, but kind of gets out of your range. You're covered in horse viscera, so it's a little unnerved. And kind of just fucks off over like up here. And doesn't run away outright. Just kind of gets away from you, a little unnerved by you.
Do either of you have experience with beasts?
Not necessarily, no.
Most beasts all touch break.
I mean, I could certainly try. And I go up to Leo's horse, try to pat it and go, there, very gently with my metal hand.
And it moves up to this bush up here, top.
Oh, Ray ran over to... Right.
Yeah, kind of fuck off a little bit.
There.
Go ahead and try and make me a handling check.
Pat, pat, pat.
It's still a little spooked, but not running away. It's calming down a little bit.
Progress. Perfect.
Progress, yes. You do have a handle of its range, though.
Try to lead it back.
Okay. I mean, it's okay to be led, but as it gets closer to a bear, it does start to kind of like slow down.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it likes you, Bea.
Can't imagine why.
Yeah, hard to put it. Hard to put that together.
You look at
If Ace
Bale.
could roll his eyes, he would, but he's robot.
A little blood drips from the butterfly pendant in Bea's hair.
She's gonna go ahead with tying it to the zombies at least.
Yeah, there's no ammo handling check needed for zombies. You're good. Might be for Og, but not for the zombies. So you got them to the zombies.
Yeah. Speaking of Og, she's gonna then ask Og to place one of the statues on the flayed horse.
I kind of just looks to you and to the statues. Which one?
Whichever one you don't want to carry.
Can Og, by looking at the statues, figure out which one looks lighter?
Huh. Be a perception check.
Okay.
I'll go perception on this. Now, funny thing about this one, your initial gut would be, oh, Heck would be lighter, because Heck is, not as bulky, not wearing as many items as such as Alila. However, since they're all turned to stone, it doesn't really matter what the material is made out of. Technically, at this point in time, Heck is heavier than Alila.
Yeah.
Because he's taller.
Okay. I'm just gonna move over towards Hex statue and try to lift it up onto the horse corpse sled.
Have your one on the corpse sled. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Heck is 5'11", I think, right, Benny?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Look quick. Yes.
So 5'11", in that would be, you're looking at roughly 800 pounds for a human-sized statue.
Okay.
That height. Alila would probably be around 700 pounds.
Easy.
Yeah, you can lift that, I believe, right?
Yeah, I can lift up to 2,400.
Yeah, okay. So you hoist up Heck. He's heckin' thick now.
So that, holy shit, that does mean that Og could just carry both of them.
If he wished to, he could. But he would probably be exhausted by the end of the day carrying that cross
Yeah.
on it.
And so, I mean, lifting for a short distance and carrying two things that heavy is a very different situation.
That's fair.
This world's strongest man is a sprint in their lifts and not a marathon.
Yeah.
Pull that airplane across the country. What?
Alright. No, I don't have to roll anything. Just pick them up and put them in.
You put him up. You put him in,
Okay.
yeah.
Alright, cool.
You think it'll be okay? We'll see.
I trust Bez's plan.
And I guess you'll be dragging Leela behind you.
Couldn't he just carry me on his shoulders?
Again, that's carrying 700 pounds.
I mean, his carrying capacity is 1,200. But I do have 260 pounds already carrying. So it's like 900 pounds. 968. Or 960.
I was really hoping you'd drag her just so I could say if you went across the farm, she'd be a giant hoe.
Oh. You know what? How about just if we go by a farm, I will then try.
I mean, Calmer, you're not technically not wrong, but
Still.
Okay, so do you try to rope up the horse again?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, I will need another animal handling check. Someone can assist on this to try and make an advantage.
Guess Ace will attempt to assist.
Ah, thank God for that assist.
Oh my god.
Okay, the horse is distracted enough by shiny metal man and calm enough that you were able to tie the sled to it.
Is your bird happen to spot any settlements nearby?
Let me check. So, I forget if with the familiar, it's you can communicate telepathically with it, right?
Find familiar?
Yeah, I don't remember. That's if it's the same thing with like find steed or anything.
With find familiar, when your familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. Additionally, as an action, you can see through your familiar's eyes and hear what it hears until the start of your next turn, gaining the benefits of any special sense that the familiar has.
Hmm.
During this time, you are deaf and blind with regards to your own senses.
All right. Well, I I told him to just keep an eye on in the surrounding area, so I assume I didn't send him out more than 100 feet away from us.
Oh.
So I'll concentrate, link with Hoots, and see what he's find. If he found anything.
I mean, yeah, there's a small, looks like a farming community nearby, but not exactly a big city.
Is,
I mean,
what was that?
yeah, a small farming community nearby, not exactly a big city though.
All right. These will come out of his focus. Well, there's people. I wouldn't say it's a big place. Looks like a little farming village. It's about that way, and I point to where Boots is.
East towards the border of Barak, because you're getting close to the actual border with Barak.
It's better than the forest.
Yeah, I'd agree with you on that.
We may even be able to find a cart.
Oh, you're right. To the village.
You head to this. So you start heading to this village, carrying these statues behind. Yeah, you can definitely hear kind of a grinding sound against the earth as the statue of Heck is being pulled. It's definitely weighing down this makeshift sled. This thing would probably not last cross continent as you continue to drag it. It'll be serviceable to get to this town, but it's not going to last cross continent. Um, as you get to the town, no signs, no anything welcoming you to wherever this place may be. Just a few local farmers. There's looks to be a small little watering hole. Blacksmith. Not that big a place. Seems like this town probably has maximum 60 to 70 residents. Most of them farmhands.
Really? I just realized something as we're like before anyone sees us, Bea's gonna prestidigitate all the fucking blood and viscera off of her.
Smart move. Okay, so you just in this town, a couple of villagers walking nearby. A few of them giving second glances to the horse flanked by two what appear to be reanimated beings and ogre. As you guys are in this town, kind of a portly-looking man walks up to you and, "Can I help you?"
Yes. We were wondering if we could inquire about maybe borrowing a cart.
A cart.
Yeah.
We got a couple farmhands nearby, and the farmers, they have a few carts here and there, but most of them use them for obvious reasons. Let me think. I think old Donatus has one on his farm that he hasn't been using. It's got kind of one of its wheels is a little bum. It's not very smooth, but it'll do the job. What are you hauling? He kind of looks at the horse skeletal sled and the ogre with the statue.
Apparently the giant rocks over there.
All right. So Donatus' farm is, he kind of points a bit to the north. I'd say about 2 miles that way. You'll recognize it when you see all the grapes.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. Just don't cause any trouble. He seems to be warily looking towards the...
We wouldn't dream of it. We've already had our share of trouble dealt with. We don't want any more.
He nods and he goes about his business, taking a second glance back at you guys.
So head on over to the farm.
I assume the rest of y'all follow, and
For the record, the whole time I was talking, Hoots was perched on my head.
weirdly enough, he didn't give you a second glance compared to the rest of your party.
I know.
So that's...
When the giant metal man with an owl is the weirdest thing in the party.
He's a little... You are getting some second glances. As you guys are walking up the long path towards Donatus' farms, Donatus, not Donatos, by the way.
It's not delivery, it's Donato's.
God damn it. No. I mean, you can see that some of these fields have different plants in them, and you do notice as you guys get more east, the soil isn't as lush with foliage. It's becoming more and more arid as you get more east. For those of you who've been in the Kingdom of Rock, you will know that the western part of Rock has large river of farming areas, but outside of that, it's like desert. So, not a surprise to you as you get closer and closer. You eventually get to Donatus' farm. There's grapes there. Looks like the soil is very well maintained, which is impressive considering the landscape he's at. And Donatus appears to be some elderly man. His farming days probably numbered, you would say. However, he has a great many farmhands about. Probably the highest density of people you've seen in this entire town. About 30 people of this 70-odd people town. Lots of land. And he's got horses. He's got pasture out and back with cows.
He's like the mafia boss, but for farming.
Yeah, pretty much.
You come over to my familia. I treat you right. Come work for me.
Pretty much. And as he looks at y'all as you get closer, he goes, "Who the Sam hell might you be?"
Hello, I'm Ace. This is Bea and Og. We were wondering if we could inquire about maybe borrowing or purchasing one of your spare carts.
Borrowing? You plan on returning it?
Eventually.
He's got to roll insight check. Are you planning on returning it? Or if to roll deception, if you are.
It's a weird thing where it's like, if the opportunity presents itself, yes, but if it's too much of an inconvenience, no.
Deception.
So basically, what you're saying, no, we're not returning it.
No.
Yeah.
Hence why
we're not trekking across the country again to return a fucking cart.
Yeah. Hence why I did say to purchase at the end of there. Where's my deception? Hey, I'm okay in that.
Well, I don't know about borrowing because, well, I don't know y'all. But,
Well,
you can
I did say purchase.
That'll work for me. How much gold you got?
How much gold you ask? How much gold you want?
Now. It ain't gonna be what's work. I also gotta know how much you're hauling, because if you're hauling something heavy, well, a basic cart ain't gonna do it.
I'll point to the two statues.
Oh, shit. You're gonna need something big. My caravan big, shit. I got something out in the back, but it ain't cheap. Look like a wagon needed. I can sell it to you for about 200 gold.
Take out my coin purse, jingle it with its pitiful amount. Look over to the rest of the group.
How much you got, Eddie?
69.
Nice.
Nice.
Alg is going to very lightly put down the Leela statue. And walk over to you.
August's gonna punt a little statue across the
Ace.
field.
Walk over to you, Ace, and he's going to just grab his coin purse and just drop it in your hand.
How heavy is it so I know how to react?
155 gold.
Alright, it's got some heft. Right.
Be good. So combine the two if you can pay for it.
Well, yeah. I'll jiggle, look through it a bit. You take 175.
Persuasion check.
Where's my persuasion? There it is. Oh yeah, this character is not much for persuasion. Okay with deception though.
I'm sorry, mister, but I'm out here in the woods and I kind of need money. You see, I got my farmhands out here. They ain't cheap, and my body's getting older. I need to save up for retirement.
You know what, sir? You make a fair point. How about... Do we have anything in the trade? What would be useful to a farmhand, is the question. Unless anyone else has any ideas, I'm probably just gonna hand him the gold because I've got nothing on Ace.
I mean, I'm still carrying a barrel of beer on me.
That's up to Og if he wants to offer that. I'm not gonna push him for it.
You're all the socially awkward types, ain't you?
Does Bea have anything to add, or is...
I don't know what's going on. I haven't been here for most of the conversation.
We're negotiating to get a wagon from this farmer.
It's a heavy-duty wagon that is needed to drag these, be able to put these statues in.
That was how much?
These things
gold?
are heavy.
Too much 200
200
gold.
yeah.
We're seeing what we can do in trade to get the price down. I've already failed at persuading a lower price.
I'm... My only idea is dumb.
Hey, dumb ideas sometimes work.
That's literally D&D. It's the name of the game. I have a dumb idea. Sure, let's go with it.
Dumb and Dumber.
We also have to keep in mind that We give all our money just to get this wagon. What are we gonna do? Give to whoever would help us to unstone our stoner friends here.
Og isn't
Sorry,
thinking that
busy
far ahead.
being high.
Og hasn't thought that far ahead. And Og is just getting impatient, waiting for this guy to give us a wagon.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to figure whatever we could do to get the price down.
I'm a businessman, and I got things I gotta do, y'all.
Yeah, I've got nothing.
All right. Well, you make a fair point. We don't really have anything much to trade, so I'll start taking the gold. I'll start taking the gold out and counting it in front of him.
I'm gonna be honest, the wagon costs more than what I'm selling it to you for, but y'all look desperate, and I'm trying to be nice, alright?
I understand. And now 90, 198, 199. There you go, 200.
Y'all very much. If you follow me, the wagon's out back. I can show you can hitch your horse up, and well, actually, it requires 2 horses to be honest. Do you have a second horse, or do you need that too?
We can have a second horse, but not today.
Not today. All right. Well, y'all need to stay a night.
Oh, that would be much appreciated.
And can't got any room in here, but y'all can stay in the barn if you want. Just don't mess with any of the animals, all right? Don't eat the cows. He looks at Og.
You heard it, big guy. Moo-moo's not food.
Og just kind of gives a dismissal nod. And immediately just is walking back towards Leela's statue.
As you walk back, you see a little line of white just descend from the sky as a bird poops on Leela's head.
How far is this bird?
About, I'd say, 50 feet in the air.
Roll the statue.
Which direction is the bird from the rest of the people and the fields?
The bird is flying back the way y'all came from town.
I'm fucking throwing a javelin at it.
Roll an attack on the bird. Disadvantage.
I love how you got stuck in the accent there.
Yeah, shit.
Get the fucking bird.
You see a puff of feathers as you have killed a bird, and the javelin just
Dinner.
down the road.
There you go, Og. You can eat that.
Oh shit, that was a good throw.
He's gonna very grumpily walk down the road to pick up his javelin again, and then go back.
Your friend's not in a good mood, is he?
His friends got turned into stone. I wouldn't piss him off.
Oh, they were people? I thought you just had good statues. Shit.
I ran into some beasts. It did things. Now we're kind of trying to fix it.
The beast ain't alive and gonna come out to the farm, is it?
Oh no, we killed it. It cost
Good,
us
good.
our 2 friends here, but we killed it.
Well, sorry to hear that, but listen, if y'all want to rest up, take some time, I'll have one of the farm hands bring out some food. My wife's making a big stew. It's not, the most extravagant thing. Got some bread, so hopefully it'll service you. Do you eat, by the way?
I don't, but this one probably does, and I point to the owl that's on my head.
All right. Well, if your owl likes to hunt, there's some rabbits that have been down that way. Points a bit off to the west. Burrow.
Oots, have at it. Woo.
Goes the owl.
Oh, well, the owl's a robot too.
Yes, it's a magic owl. It can have a magic voice.
That was actually just Ace making the noise.
All right. Well, y'all take care, and don't be a stranger or knock if you need something.
Will do. Thank you very much for your hospitality.
Um, as he goes inside, he nods and he goes inside. Well, after he's like showing you the cards, big cards, he'll show you where it is. I mean, they can probably carry both the statues. Not much more than that, though. Not going to carry Og in it with the statues, unfortunately. Probably not too many people in it either. You notice as he goes inside. What's your passive perceptions, by the way? Let me see this.
12.
13.
15.
Okay. Bay is 15, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You notice as he goes inside, you can see there's actually what appears to be something mounted on the wall as the door kind of opens. It actually looks to be like a head of a younger dragon. As he closes the door behind him.
How many of us saw it? All of us? Or just...
I would say Bea and me just roll to see if 13's high enough. I don't think the 12's high enough, unfortunately, because it's just a kind of glance,
Yeah.
I'll say high enough, just barely. You got a glimpse of it, Ace.
I completely forgot when Hoots was keeping an eye out. Owls have advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing and sight. I gotta remember that for the future for him.
You're right, I'm going to be stuck in the accident for a while.
Understandable.
Alright, so y'all can load up the statues onto the cart for tomorrow if you want. Rest up, get a long night's rest. Is there anything y'all want to do overnight?
Once we get Aaliyah's statue in the cart, I'm going to wipe off the poop off of Aaliyah's statue.
Okay.
But other than that, Alex is just going to rest and kind of think about the day.
I'm gonna have the zombies keep watch. One on the cart and one on us.
Yeah. The farmhands do keep a wide berth from the zombies, by the way.
Exactly as planned.
If markers were a thing and Ace had a marker, he'd be definitely drawing a mustache on Hex statue. But alas, he does not. And I don't think carving it with a knife is a good idea, so he wouldn't do that.
You could use charcoal.
You know, Heck already has a mustache and a beard, right?
I draw it even like the fucking stereotypical pencil thin twirly.
On top of his mustache?
Yes, he would.
Charcoal.
Charcoal.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll mark with charcoal.
There you go. Eventually, as the sun starts to get down, a rather plump lady, and you notice as she walks up, she has rather plain-looking clothes. The only thing that stands out about her is some very impressive earrings for a farm lady to have. They are gold, large diamonds on them. A little out of place, but she has them. Well, hey y'all. My name is Elena. And she's carrying what appears to be a pot and a few wooden bowls with her servants or farmhands behind her with bread and plates. My husband said y'all need some food, and I figured might as well treat a guest well.
I like these people.
Yeah.
Bea's gonna whisper to Ace. She seems very familiar.
I will stop drawing with the charcoal for a second and look over.
She is blonde.
Hmm.
What are your opinions on crossbows?
I ain't got no opinions on crossbows, honey. But I got opinions on food. If you want that.
Very well.
Seeing as Ace doesn't eat and has no interest in food, he's just gonna go back to drawing on heck with the charcoal.
Sure. Give you two some bowls. Give 2 bowls to Og. It's a appears to be a beef stew, some bread. You know, standard, not too extravagant, heavy potato meal, but it'll get you nourished.
Well, this is a perfect chance to try something. Leia is going to walk up to Ace, and she is going to cast Phantasmal Force on him.
While y'all are eating.
Yes.
Okay. So, Ace, as you were just kind of I'm paying attention, you see eventually Bale walks up, and I need you to make me a what save is this?
It's intelligence save, I believe.
Yep, intelligence save.
Insta 15.
What does Ace see?
Okay. He sees Bea approaching, carrying 2 bowls. She hands him one, and he can smell the stew.
Oh,
Huh.
for the first time in forever, you smell the meats, the potatoes, the broth, the vegetables, everything in the stew that you remember. You can smell it. You have this tingling in like where your mouth would be, almost like almost where your mouth would be watering, but it's not there. There's no liquid, but you can clearly smell this.
What? What?
You have 60 seconds. I suggest you eat.
Fuck it. Fuck it, not gonna question it. I eat.
Tastes like stew.
Tastes really good, actually.
Am Warforged cannot express emotion.
A single drop of oil rolls down his.
If it could, it would.
You just so every time Ace has to eat now, you just have to cast a spell on him. That's it.
Eventually, though, after 60 seconds, the smell is gone, the taste is gone. You are back to normal.
Aww. What was that?
Magic. I can do it again if you like. But not for nothing.
Ah. I thank you for letting me experience this again. I think I've already come to terms with my form and its shortcomings, but I appreciate the gesture.
As you wish. She's gonna go back and sit with Og and start eating.
Eventually, Elena and the barman will leave, leaving you all to your business. Is there anything else you guys wish to do for the end of the night?
I mean, besides making sure my zombies stay under my control, well,
Okay. All right. So, Night will fall. Day will rise. You'll get your spell slots back, half your hit dice back, and yeah. All right. So I assume y'all are going to be getting prepared to head out. Correct?
Yeah.
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 Is gonna
Hmm?
cast Find Steed to resummon Lily.
Okay. As you guys are getting prepared, Donatus will walk up to you from the farm. Um, he looks at y'all and will say, "All right, listen, I may know someone that can help your friends, but a bit of ways away.
Really?
It's in Barak. It's across there. You're gonna be a bit hard pressed to get someone around here till then that can get someone. Otherwise, you're going back to one of the bigger towns in Grandesia. I mean, closest one's gonna be in Barak. Um. Anyway, town's called Endilfa. It's like uh, a river town with good farming community there. I've sold my wares up there before. There's a priest there. He goes by Shahab Kaderi. Good enough guy. Be willing to help y'all, but he may ask for something in return for y'all to return your friends back to their previous state. I've seen them do it before with an old friend of mine back in the day.
I was writing a note and I did not catch his name.
Oh my god, I was waiting for you to say something.
Name of the priest is Shahab Kaderi. There you go.
Ah. Well, thank you.
No problem. Uh, I just have a quick question for y'all, if you don't mind. Um, how'd y'all come across a basilisk? They ain't supposed to be around here.
So would Bayon know that that wasn't a basilisk?
Make me an Arcana check.
Ace is debating on whether even to say anything.
Yeah, you would know that's not a basilisk. Basilisks tend to be in either layered in caves and shelter sites. Most of the time, they're underground. So one above ground. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's very, very, very rare.
Okay. Would she know what it was?
What a basilisk was?
Well, no, what the dragon.
She would know what a dragon is, and she know it looked like a dragon made of stone. Didn't look natural though.
Okay. We did not find a basilisk. It was more of a construct.
Uh, oh, that's a little dangerous. I'm kind of looks a little perturbed. So something made that. What did that to your friends?
That is correct.
Thanks for the heads up. Y'all be safe and keep an eye out for any more constructs like that, okay? And y'all free to stop by anytime you want.
Thank you.
Nods. And he'll kind of, unless any of you stop him, he'll walk off towards one of his farmhands to kind of start directing them for the day.
Bea's just gonna start hooking up Lily to the cart, and hopefully the other horse if she doesn't scare the shit out of it again.
I'll say one of the farmhands will give you a hand. They are very experienced in handling horses. Okay, so get the car hooked up. Someone's going to have to drive the thing. Anyone experienced in land vehicles?
Og has proficiency in land vehicles.
Wow. The one guy who is too heavy for the cart right now. Of course, right? Of course.
I mean, if
The
you,
other
if
horse should be able to copy what Lily does, and Bea can command Lily just fine.
Oh, it's not a dragging thing with the horses. This is you have two
Well, yeah,
statues of that excess poundage on the cart, on the wagon. It's still gonna strain the wagon.
that's fair.
A general wagon can only carry like not that much. It's,
I believe you're telling me August that.
August stronger than a wagon, yes. A carriage can carry 600 pounds. A general base wagon can carry 400 pounds. He's got a big ass wagon, which I up the carrying capacity to, and then the value of it for that.
Hmm.
So, I mean, well, maybe Og can fit if he shrinks size. Think about it. Yeah, I'll say that. If he shrinks size, he'll be fine. No big Og.
Okay.
Smog can do it.
smog,
Smog, yes. Smog.
Well, the question is, if Og rides, is Og gonna be the only person to be able to fit on the wagon? Like, would that be the maximum amount of weight it could be carrying?
I would say at that point, yeah, you're looking at that. I mean, y'all could sit on one of the horses if you want up front.
It's like, out of character, what's the likelihood that Bea is gonna walk like a peasant?
Well, Bea has two zombies.
carry me, peasants.
Fair enough.
Oh my god.
Honestly, if she didn't have a wagon, she would have had a palanquin.
How long
Are
until
there-
she get?
Are there rickshaws in your world?
Not with you right now, but there are.
Okay, then we have to get her a rickshaw.
Yeah. You could get a rickshaw where Og could just like use it as fucking weights to lift. How many Bea ups can you do?
I mean, my fear is I'd accidentally let go of her. She might go into the stratosphere.
Yeet!
We learn anything. Og is very accurate at throwing things.
Apparently.
On a second. Og can carry 1,200 pounds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I would assume y'all get headed on your way towards Barak, correct?
Yeah.
If you need
Og
a
could
reminder,
carry 13 Beas.
juggle Beas. So not town, city.
That was the general direction we were heading in anyway, right?
Yeah, east. It'll be along one of the rivers. So as you guys start to get more and more east traveling, think nothing you're encountering in your way. Thank God. You will notice the arid landscape starts to pick up. It definitely more sparse on the trees and the grass. The dirt's more prevalent, and eventually you can see in the distance, as you round a hill, what appears to be the first instance of sand. So, heading into the, it's still paved roads though, and occasionally, as you walk through here, as you walk into this paved road, you will see that kind of surprising thing. Occasionally, there'll be soldiers marching up and down the road, patrolling it. They are in what appears to be a mostly chain armor with covered up in wraps and linen cloths, protecting them from the sun that's beating down on you now at this point. Um, they do give you guys a couple glances, but as you're not any apparent aggressors, they will just leave you be. They all have the same symbol on their shields. The symbol of a crown surrounded by stars. Um, for those of you who are more learned, it would be the symbol on the flag of Barak. Eventually heading on these paved roads, you will see a river coming up, and there's a bit of grass that starts to reappear along the river, side of the river. It looks like it does have a few irrigation um, canals that branch off from it, heading off towards a few farms you see, and eventually you can see the faintest view of what appears to be a walled city on the river. So, as you guys approach this city, you can see the walls themselves are made of a almost pale yellow stone. Large watchtowers of built in a square line the walls. Good defensive position. A few buildings on the outskirts of this town would appear to be guard barracks, opening locations, or like a little few houses out on the outside of the city. But people just couldn't fit in, like maybe expanded too much. But you have found yourself in the city of Adilfa. So, as you approach the city, there will be about 4 guards standing by the gates. 2 of them are talking to a person with another cart. So appears to be some vegetables in the back of his carts. Quick glance, they look like cabbages or something. Nothing, too impressive. And the other 2 guards will raise their hand to stop you all. Halt! You are approaching Andilfa. What is your purpose here?
Is gonna step down from her zombie seat and walk up and say, "We seek a cleric or priest to restore those 2." She's gonna point to the cart.
Well, the best cleric you'll find is the Temple of Homa. Presiding priest will be Shahab Kaderi. Fine man, nice, friendly, looks after people, but he's a very busy man, so you might have difficulty getting him to do the job himself. You have to wait. It's a big city, and he looks after a lot of people.
So we have heard.
It'll be in the center of the city. You'll see the temple. Look for the statues of Boran.
Very well. Thank you.
Um, as you are waved inside the city, the first thing you do notice is on the interior walls of the city and the gates themselves, there are these statues of this tall, bearded man. Little, either this guy is extremely ripped, or they emphasize a little bit on the statues. He has a crown on his head, similar to the crown you see on these images, the shields, the flags, everywhere. Looking down at you as you enter into the city. I would like someone to make me a history check to see if they know who this is. Have you been to Brock before, Bea?
Yeah, she would have traveled through there on her way to Rentnesia.
You would have advantage on this, because it's very unlikely you would not recognize this. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is Shah Baran, the aforementioned one in the statues. They're basically the head king of this entire country. To your knowledge, these statues are in most of the major cities in this country, and they are torn down and rebuilt with new statues overlooking for every Shah that takes over. It is a long-standing tradition. As you walk into the city and you're or carried in, you can see there's several banners and flags and strong military presence in this area. For those of you who have been to Darlin, this would seem somewhat familiar to you. Bea, you know, this city is a little bit different than the other ones, simply due to the fact that it's the closest to the border. Therefore, they have a stronger military presence in this one. The rest of them are not quite as intense, probably because the border of Gratnesia and the history the countries have together. But going through the city, you eventually will head into the center of the town, where you will find what appears to be a large temple with what appears to be a dome top and a symbol on the front of it that looks like one of the like a bush, but it's completely bare, like in the winter time. This appears to be the aforementioned Temple of Homa.
Homie?
Homa. So, having arrived at the temple, what do y'all do?
That's the two it, put the head in?
Okay. Assuming these zombies keep a lookout on the statues outside while you head in.
Yep.
Okay. Headed in, once again, up to the doors of this, you see another image of the Shah staring down at you as you enter in. You're getting sort of serious God King vibes from this guy. With how much he's deified, essentially, in the city. Inside this temple, you will find what appear to be several offering bowls off to the left and right, very large things, and they're all filled with a a certain sect of things. One of them has a bunch of foods and plants and anything nature related. Mostly they're crops, to be honest. Lots and lots of crops. A couple slabs of meat here and there. One of them has little idols of what appear to be children in them. One of them has the bowl of what appear to be carvings of phalluses in them. And the last one has what appears to be just a generic mismatch of various other items, some golds, some inscriptions and prayer, like almost like tablets where some prayers might have been put into. It is fairly loud in this area as people are praying, and there are several priests nearby. All of them dressed in what appear to be a green and brown robes.
Ace is on somewhat high alert while in here. Religious institutions kind of make him a bit uneasy.
So you find yourself in the temple. What do you do?
I'm wondering how much of a bitch I want Bea to be here.
Oh god. This is gonna be interesting.
Are there people like just walking around, or is everyone like praying right now?
There's a bunch of people praying, but there are some people just kind of walking around, going from to offices, side doors here and there. A couple people have glanced your guys' way, but no one's approached you. It's kind of poor form to approach in many churches and temples, unless like, hey, what are you here praying for? Something like that. Kind of weird.
Yeah. She's gonna just flag down any random person she sees.
Okay, so you'll flag down when someone appears to be a bit younger, young male, got a little stubble on his face, just probably entered manhood. Yes, how can I help you? Blessings of Homa to you.
Yes. Uh, we seek Shahab Kaderi. Do you know where he is?
Master Kaderi. Yes, he is in his office right now in a meeting with two people, I want to say. There's been a series of attacks outside the city. I'm not sure if you noticed any. Well, depends. What road did you come from? Did you come from the west road to Grace Maria or the north road?
I assume we came from the West Road.
Yeah, west road. You have not seen. There's been some attacks to the north. Some farms have been burned down. He's being a head priest of Oma. It is our duty to protect the harvest, protect um, the nature around here, and the people. And he's taken up to finding people to help, I believe. But he's in a meeting right now. If you would like to wait, be happy to see you after that, I believe. Or I can bring a message that someone needs to talk to him. What do you need to talk to him about? He is a little busy though. Just might take a while depending on severity.
Well, our allies have been turned to stone.
Oh, you're for a restoration of the spirit, yes. Well, Master Kadari is the only one who can do that at this temple, unfortunately. I will let him know. How long ago did they turn to stone? It would have been about a week and a half or so.
Oh shit! Really? Okay.
Yeah,
I'll tell him that.
time. Yeah, taking time to get over here. I just kind of fast travel the
Yeah.
getting to this. Yeah. All right. I will let him know. If you could follow me and wait outside his office, I'd greatly appreciate it. And what are your names, please?
I am Bea Arvar.
I am Ace. Also, I apologize, but did you say one of the town's name was Grace Maria?
Oh, sorry. Shit. Fuck.
That's why I wanted to put that up.
No, shut up.
For reference, that's the name of a town in another campaign of Calmert's. The
I like
streams
to
are crossing.
imagine that was a character.
Fuck. Remind me to kill you later? Okay.
Worth it.
God damn it. Wrong location. Carnicia. Fuck. I had that campaign for years, man.
Understandable. We spent so much time in that campaign.
Yeah. I'll take you. Beat, you said your name was Ace, I believe?
That is correct.
And you friend? Looks towards the ogre in the room.
With his arms kind of crossed, just kind of seemed to be very impatient. Og.
Nice to meet you, Og. Please follow me. And he'll lead you towards a kind of a hallway that takes a sharp turn to the left, and you'll see several more of these statues of, well, this busts of heads of the Shaws looking at you guys. A little unnerving and weird at this point. But there is a small little offset room with a few benches and what appears to be a large set of doors that would lead to some sort of major office. And he'll tell you to wait by the benches and walk through the doors. Do you look past the doors to see what you see in there, or do you just let him go through the doors and not take a look?
I feel like Bea would know not to look.
Og won't look.
Ace,
What were you asking again? Sorry.
the acolyte who's helping you was going through the set of doors. Do you look through the doors, or do you just let him go, not really pay attention?
Oh, I typically try to look through the doors. Try to
Perception
not
check.
make it obvious, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Looking through the doors, you see a man behind a desk. Looks to be shaved head, black beard. Looks to be lines on his eyes. Looks just from a brief glance weary. Sitting in front of him in two chairs appear to be well. You can kind of get the image of one person on there. His head's kind of barely poking outside the seat. Someone short, like really short. And the other one in the chair next to them appears to be, from your brief glance, a metal man. Kind of stout, but metal.
Oh.
A little shorter, but yeah, stout. It's almost like a Warforged went through a trash compactor. Yeah. So the doors will wait, and doors will close, and the acolyte will wait a bit, and outside as you guys wait outside, the prayers and the songs will kind of reverberate down the temple towards you, and eventually the doors will open, and the two figures that you saw, Base, a metal man who appears to be, or something like heavy metaled up, walks out about 5 foot tall, and what appears to be a gnome, and they will go and sit in the waiting room as they appear to have been dismissed for a little bit. Both of them kind of give you a glance as you are waved into the room by the acolyte.
As I'm walking in, Ace is just like eyes locked on the metal man.
He'll just look at you and just say, "Fuck are you looking at?"
Like your form. I just give him. Oh, damn it! I didn't do this.
You didn't do the beep boop.
I like your form. I just give you a thumbs up. And I just walk away.
He just grunts and keeps walking.
As you are brought into this room, the room itself, I mean, the desk is well made and fairly large, but the room itself is not exactly, one would say, ornately decorated compared to the rest of the temple. It seems to be somewhat humble, and the man behind the desk, the aforementioned Shab Kaderi, looks to be very tired, very stressed, but still stands up and greets you. Welcome to the Temple of Homa. My name is Shahab Kaderi. I believe I have the pleasure of speaking to it is a Bea, a Ace, and a Og, is that correct?
Correct.
And it's come to my attention by my acolyte here that you need help restoring the spirit of a few of your friends who returned the stone.
Oh,
Yes.
friends is a strong word.
Come on, we've been with them long enough. They're our buddies. They're our pals.
We are seeking someone out to help them in a somewhat expensive operation, so I'd assume you would be your friends. That you have a dire need of their help. How many of them are there?
2.
2? Alright. Not a problem. Now, normally we charge this for a fee for service, a money thing. However, looking at the state of your group, you look like you are traveling and you are not unfamiliar with a bit of a fight. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that last bit. But
Not unfamiliar with a bit of a fight, he asked.
I've known to be a bit of combat prowess.
Well,
I like do the hand thing where I just like juggling a dagger in between my fingers, just.
well, I can do the service for you. No costs, no cost for reagents, if you will do a service for me. There are farms, I'm sure you've heard, who've been under attack, burned down. Creatures have been coming in from the desert. The people of Twin Center Tracket have, unfortunately, not made it, and the guards will not send anyone more, as it is a little further out, but it is my duty as a priest of Homa to protect the farms, protect the people of them. I cannot send my priests, unfortunately. They are not known for their combat prowess. However, you adventuring types, you might be able to do this for me. I will complete this task for you and give you a substantial monetary reward as well.
Og will step forth. Who died to kill?
Not sure. The farmers have been burned down. Last reports I had, he goes to a scroll, kind of mumbles a bit as he reads. Creatures made of fire. They come every night. If you need to know some more information, I have contacts outside the city. Owner of a fig farm. That is Tahari Fig Farm. It's very well known here. Um, Anas Tahari. She will be able to further assist you and tell you where these might be coming from more digitally. To my knowledge, they are almost to the realm of the Lost Kings. Where they originate, which one, I'm not sure. Are you familiar with the realm of the Lost Kings?
Am
I
I?
am assuming. Roll a history check. Realm of the Lost Kings, essentially like Valley of Kings in Egypt. Um, old burial sites. This is like eons ago. It feels like before Barak was a thing. These people ruled the area. Also, roll me an Arcana check, please. Okay. Yeah, there are rumors here and there that probably just myth at this point that the people who used to rule these lands used to have some access to some magics that were left forgotten by the sands of time. But you don't know what they are, you don't know what they entail, you know what type of magic they are. Could have been divine, could have been whatever. And honestly, it could just be rumor at this point. People, folklore, that sort of thing. But you do know that there were people who lived here and who ruled over these lands before Barak rose as a nation, which is impressive considering Barak is one of the oldest, most powerful nations on this continent. If you're unfamiliar with it, it is a series of tombs for old rulers, old civilization that was here before Barak. So we think it is coming from, but I do not know which one. You could be looking through tombs for a while if it's there. You could be looking through the layers if it's there for a while. I would honestly go to the Harry Fig Farm. They will be able to give you more information and be able to give you more accurate assessment of the origin of these creatures. I have hired two mercenaries to help out with this. Well, mercenaries is a strong word. Two people who are available for service. The two you saw leave the room before you, waiting outside. They will be accompanying you if you would be willing to join on this. Otherwise, I will have them wait until they have a substantial enough force to do this task for me. Does that sound good?
Very well.
Sounds acceptable.
Right. Oh, and if you do end up in the ruins, be careful. There are traps laid throughout them.
We have ways to deal.
Nods, and I wish you well. Until motion to the door.
He just walks out.
Okay, so in the waiting room where you were is the gnome and the appears to be shorter metal man.
You notice the metal man, from looking at his face, he just has two eye slits and a mouth on his face. No other features apart from that. And you now notice from just walking closer towards them, you notice the smell of smoke emanating from him, and you notice that from the mouth of this person, question mark, there is billowing smoke coming out of it. It comes in like it comes in intervals.
Is it okay if I put the image art of it on the
Yes,
D&D text?
yes.
Okay,
So let me just
I
swap
got it.
this.
Right here.
There we go.
Oh my fucking god.
All right, and what does the gnome look like?
He's pretty greasy looking from the looks of him. He does not look very well dressed. He's wearing kind of like this rough, ragged leather coat, kind of with he's got some scale armor, kind of. It's both part of the coat and under it, and he's not. Something seems off about him. Just not right. And he's kind of fidgeting in the chair that's a little tall for him. Kind of kicking his feet around. Uh he's just kind of watching everybody at the moment, not really reacting particularly.
You do also notice about uh Metal Man that he has what looks to be a large burlap like bag right next to him on the ground. Looks pretty heavy. It looks like a tool bag of some kind. You can't really see what's inside, but it's one of those like over the shoulder satchels kind of things. And you notice also on the middle of his chest there is a whitish crystal that glows slowly and like pulsating. That's it.
I is just gonna lightly push Ace forward.
Ace is going to try to subtly examine the metal thing, the metal creature. Particularly looking for any possible familiar markings he might be familiar of. Because Ace thinks this is a Warforged, and he's like, could this be one of the other Warforges he knows? That's what he's kind of looking
Could these be one of my people?
It's not necessarily a good thing that he finds one of his people. Honestly. But
I
yeah.
wanna know, can you show me?
Me.
But yeah, that's what Ace is gonna do right now.
Make a perception check.
That's Hoot's page. Get out of here, Hoots. You're not in here. You're flying somewhere in the city.
Somewhere Hoots dive bomb and steals a cabbage, and you hear the cart guy go, "My cabbages!"
I knew it.
Smooth metal being with no emblem on the forehead.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a big red flag to Ace. The fact that there's no emblem. I'll go up to the metal man, be like, You're not a warforged, are you?"
He looks up at you because he's sitting and says, "What gave it away?"
I point to the forehead. Now, usually a lot of us have something here.
Are you calling me stupid?
No, I mean literally, and I make a circle around my little emblem.
I know what you meant, kid. I'm not a warforged.
Slightly disappointed, but also slightly relieved.
Your kind is made from magic creations. Some wizard shit. I ain't a wizard. Sorry to disappoint you.
You do appear to be having issues. Are you okay? It seems to be like some smoke coming out of you.
Ever seen someone smoke before?
Well, not necessarily when it's billowing out of everything. I mean, normally the smoke comes out of the mouth, not like the eye sockets too. You know, unless you like burn them. You're not on fire, are you? Are you okay in there?
I'm good.
You sure? All right, if you say so. Name's Ace. I've pulled my hand out to shake your hand.
He looks at it. Alright. So, why are you talking to me?
I mean, just trying to have friendly conversation. Seeing as you're probably not taking his hand, Ace is probably going to pull it away.
Alright. So...
We are going to be working together.
Oh, good.
For a time.
I just love people.
Your sarcasm is noted, and the feeling is mutual.
There's enough work. I thought it was just gonna be him, but... Points over to the gnome. But... 3...
The
One
gnome
second.
waves awkwardly from the chair.
Are you aware
Didn't
that
see
that
you
guy's
there.
an ogre?
Og immediately starts looking around.
Yeah, I'm just gonna just shush him. He doesn't know.
He thinks he's a kobold. Just play along.
Shakes his head. Does the ogre have a name?
The kobold is named Og.
Alright, Og the ogre. You seem sturdy. I guess. I guess I haven't told you my name. You can call me Demir. That's Demir. Demir. So,
Wow.
the hell are you doing in this town anyway? Why did the priest also ask you to help? Or what?
You could say that.
Seems a kind of a bit of an odd endeavor you got going on here.
Roll
That's the
credits.
same as yours.
Ace is still looking around for the other person he mentioned to. I don't see where's this other person we're working with?
What?
Am I invisible? What? I don't.
Where's that coming
Hello?
from?
I'm gonna hop down from the chair and I'm gonna run up to Ace and be like, "Hello, I'm right here. I
I look
shouldn't be
down.
invisible. Not right now. Not at this. Not at this. I might. Am I invisible?
I look down. Oh. Huh. Sorry. Didn't see you there. Hey. Now you're not invisible.
Are you sure?
I don't think so. I poke your top of your head. I definitely see you.
What? I like bat at his hand, poking my head. Like that's not how invisibility works.
Well, I mean, the fact that I could see you to poke you should be proof enough.
That means nothing.
You are very much visible.
Yeah.
Great, because sometimes I can't tell.
Can't tell if you're invisible?
Look, it's
Listen,
when
good
when you
solution.
can be invisible, it's really hard to tell when you're not invisible. Okay.
Just
Okay.
carry a mirror around. If you can't see yourself in the mirror, then you're invisible.
Or, kid, just close your eyes. Can you see through them? Then you're invisible.
I'm not sure
Wait,
those are how.
does that
I'm
work?
not sure those things work with invisibility. I'm pretty sure I know more about being invisible than you guys since I can do it. It's just you know.
I mean, never met me before, so
Well, clearly you can't be invisible because if you could, you'd know.
I'm not invisible.
But
Exactly.
then if you can turn invisible, so you would know if you are invisible. By that logic.
I don't follow.
Great
Anyway,
clue.
the name's Jub Gubble. I hold out my hand
Jub
to
Gobble.
no one in particular.
Oh, nice to meet you, and I'll
Gonna-
just grab your hand. Shake it up and down,
That
almost lifting you up off the ground.
okay. People don't usually actually take the hand when I offer. That's okay.
You shake their hand up and down, you shake him up and down too.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Be glad Og didn't do
It's
it.
just gonna prestidigitate Ace's hand clean. All fucking grease. She's not trying to hide it.
You there, little girl. You're like the magic kind, right?
That I am.
What's your name?
I am Bear.
Alright.
Is that all?
Ah, that's sad. You know, I used to be a wizard once. Briefly. I didn't like it. Too many books.
That's the best part. Well, one of the best parts.
Alrighty. So one of the acolytes will walk up to the three of the Odd Endeavor crew and will see. We noticed you have your friends for your task here, shall we say, who are outside being guarded by what appear to be two undead. Would you like
That
us
is
to?
correct.
Would you like us to help unload them and bring them in here for when you are finished with your situation here to be fixed?
If you would, but allow me to call off the undead first.
I
Now,
believe they prefer the term reliving.
They have no preference.
Well, clearly you haven't talked to them.
Oh, but I have.
I seriously doubt that. They definitely prefer the term reliving. It's a lot more sensitive.
I have asked them specifically. Well, one of them.
Well, clearly they must be afraid of
If
you.
I may.
They're probably lying for fear for
Well.
their re-lives.
You hear
Well,
you
they are
hear the
right to
sound
be.
of grinding, metal grinding against metal. As as the mirror is currently massaging his temples with his hands, but they're both metal to metal, so it makes a noise.
He gets it.
Oh no, he's trying to escape his armor. Help you. I run over and grab you.
I would like to resist.
Make a make a grapple check and then acrobatics last.
Athletics to
Athletics.
escape.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make an athletics check, Og.
I
Oh,
rolled poorly. It's because I don't have a bed. I'm not running a bed.
Can I use my my armor of magical strength to add my intelligence modifier to that 7? So it's an 11.
is that what it does? I haven't looked at your items.
That's what it does.
And then you can.
So I burn a charge from it, and I can add my intelligence modifier to any strength check or saving throw.
There you go.
So that's an 11 total.
You barely force off this large ogre. Metal Man Strongog.
Metal. Tough. Perhaps if I break. Og starts to unsheath his sword.
No fighting at the temple. No
Og?
fighting at the temple.
But the man's stuck in armor.
Oh,
I'm-
the man wants to be in the armor.
What? Og is very confused now.
Just leave him be.
Okay. Og just puts his sword back into the sheath and just looks very confused at this trapped man in armor.
Let us get you on your way. The acolyte looks very nervous. Could you please, Miss Bea?
Ah, yes. She's gonna start heading outside to call off the zombies.
Remember, they're reliving.
She's
Good.
also going to cast Speak with Dead on, let's say, on Theomund. And she's going to ask which he prefers.
Just burn those spells, baby. It's burn those spells.
Okay, I'll roll for this.
Actually, she's gonna wait until what's his nuts is there.
Okay.
Are we following her, or are we just?
You can't follow if you want. The acolyte just want her to get the statues, but you can follow if you want.
Okay. Sure. Demir will follow just because he's curious about these zombies.
Yeah, one of the zombies has armor on. But yeah, they once commanded by Bea, they'll allow the acolytes to work in tandem to get these fucking things, these statues down.
Okay. Hey, young one. I say over to Bea. Are these your design?
Zombies.
Yes. Did you make them?
I did.
All right. He's gonna go walk up to one and kind of like inspect it. Kind of like, just not like he won't touch it, but he just like look at it intently.
It's fairly well together still. It's seen its fair share of knacks and combat, but knacks in combat, but it's a little older, but yeah, it's all right.
And does it have any holes like what the skin is? I'm assuming it has like rips and tears from skin.
Yeah.
Where you can see bone
Oh yeah,
and stuff.
absolutely, yeah. It's been through combat. It's got those.
Okay. Demir will take one of his hands and kind of poke with his finger in one of the holes in his chest. To then flip the viscera off his finger. I will turn back at Bea and say, "They don't seem very sturdy. You sure?"
They're more resilient than their physical forms. Would you?
Alright. Well, I guess I can see that for myself. And it's gonna wind up and punch one.
Roll an attack.
This is just an unarmed strike.
Okay.
So, it's regular, nothing special about it. It's a 15 hit.
I think melee attack does add your proficiency modifier, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay,
Got a
well,
punch.
that's a 18 hit then.
Yeah, 18 should hit, I believe.
I'm gonna guess that hits, yeah.
Okay. Takes 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
It's still good.
Well,
Was that necessary?
I need to see if it was sturdy. Yes. Alright. Very good. I like them. I'd
So what do
prefer
you...
if they were made out of metal, but I guess we can't all be perfect.
Well, corpses generally aren't.
Have you considered making adjustments?
Making what?
Making adjustments, improvements.
I have, yes.
I think they'd be better made out of metal.
I don't think that would be terribly efficient for my means.
Nonsense. I think everything is better made out of metal.
Well, I don't.
As you are all to be set out, now, you're sort of directed towards a couple locations, Valley of the Lost Kings. You have the farm that was mentioned as a possible lead to Terry Fig Farm. How do you guys want to proceed as a party? What would be the best option, do you think? You can also ask around town to see if people know anything about these attacks. That's also an option.
Demir will hard pass on talking to people.
Jub Gubble's all about it.
I mean,
I would say Bea's first instinct would be to find the victims and talk to them.
Og was told to go to the farm, so
Also,
The fig
and
farm.
then ask them if they have any bodies.
Yeah.
Bring out your dad. Bring out your dad.
I mean, I did realize Bea could technically have 6 zombies.
How many can your bag of holding hold? 2?
I think it can hold 2 or 3, yeah.
We simply need more bags of holding, DM.
You're barred from using the community bag of holding. You'll have to get your own zombie holding piece.
I absolutely want to get a bag of
can have-
holding specifically for undead.
You can have 6 zombies. You can literally have a Pokemon team full of zombies you can throw out of a bag of holding. Damn it! I choose you.
What would be the typing of a zombie?
I would say ghost.
Ground poison?
Ghost!
Yeah.
You're
More-
so right.
Yeah.
Ground ghost. It would be
I'm
ground
gonna
ghost.
say like normal ghost. Ground
Yeah.
ghost could work.
what?
We
Oh, I got
understood
robotic.
all of that.
That got very robotic. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what?
Ace?
Huh? What? Who's... I thought I heard myself there for a bit. I mean, I don't mind. I like the sound of my voice.
Okay, so If you want to ask some people before you head out of town, you can do so now. I know a couple of people mentioned might be a good idea. If not, you guys can just go to the farm, or you can just go to the Valley of Lost Kings if you want to just try your luck there. It's y'all's call.
Might as well head to the farm.
Okay. So that'll be out the north outskirts area. There will be some people there who look to be, as you head out the outskirts. I don't know if destitute's not the right word to say, but there are some people who look to be almost like refugees. Who a couple of them have burn marks. Yeah, they're probably victims of this from neighboring farms. Not the Terry Fig Farm people that you refer to as a guard will direct you towards that one. It's about 5 miles down the road. But yeah.
Is Bear gonna talk to our zombies? Because we never did that.
I thought better of it.
Aw.
If she still has spell slots by the end of the day, then she'll do it.
All right. So
What time is it currently, DM?
It's.
Oh, we've jab.
We lost the jab. It's on roll 20. You watch as Og freezes up.
He begins to turn to stone.
Carry that statue,
Oh
bitches.
no, it's delayed.
Oh my god, how heavy would an Og statue be?
Heavy.
God.
You'd have to build a whole temple around him.
So it would be an altar?
That was a stretch.
That was far
No,
beyond a
5,000
stretch.
ping.
Is someone making a drink because of my pun?
No.
It sounded like someone. I thought someone was like putting ice cubes in a glass, like, fuck it, I need whiskey.
I mean, it's close. It's ice cream, but
Welcome back, Jab.
That was weird.
Your Discord ping jumped to 5,000.
Yeah.
Fun.
Alright, so. Heading out towards the farm. There'll be a little side road that will be a bit closer towards the river. And this farm is fairly extensive. You see these bushes of these figs are grown, and it has a little sign welcoming you to the farm, the Tahiri Fig Farm, and there's a decently sized estate in the middle of it, and a garden outside of it, well kept. A few statues. Of course, there's another statue of the Shah because they're everywhere in this fucking place. And a few more provocative statues, shall we say.
oh well.
Yeah.
Booba statues?
Yeah, they're new statues, yes. The one standing in the center of the courtyard is a statue of a very, very attractive woman. Long, dark, flowing hair, curves. It's actually a painted statue, so you can see what it's made of, and like dark eyes. And as you're looking at this nude statue of this woman, you hear it off to the side, and there, behold, is the woman in question, looking at you. Can I help you?
You, the owner of this farm,
Ah, yes, my name is Nasif Tahiri. I am the owner of this estate, and you might be.
We're here on behalf of the. What's the temple called?
Oh, I thought you might be here for the little school project. Thank you. Uh, you are assuming to have talked with Priest Kaderi, correct?
That is correct, yes.
If you're here at the Miranda States, you have to follow me out to the northeast. There is a estate there, and she kind of brings you around her little complex. You can see beyond the view of what you could see from the initial fig farms. It looks fine. There is a field of just burned down crops, like an arson happened. You can see what appears to be that kind of a ruined farmhouse in the center of it. This is what happened to my northeast farm, and these, from what I understand from my farmhands, these fiery creatures came from the desert. They only come at night, from what I understand. Had a few attacks, tried to fight them off, but we've ended up with a few burns and some dead farmhands who are not equipped for this. I did have one of my farmhands try to tail them back, but they were only able to get so far without being discovered and had to hightail it back with one of the horses. He believes they were headed towards one of the temples and the tombs in the Very Lost Kings. Not sure which one if you had to take a guess, it would be, what is it? She thinks for a moment. The tomb of Neb Nasul.
Can you spell that, please?
Yep. And I want Bear to make me an Arcana check, please. All right, I'll be whispering you something, Bear. I'll put it in Discord, okay?
Okay.
Uh, Alrighty. So that's a guess at it, but not sure, to be honest. Could be it. If you wish to confirm it, you could wait the night and the creatures will attack again and you could simply trail them back, or if you is there something you do, or you could just take your guess and hope it's the right one.
So creatures come out every night then?
About every night. Every other night is mostly every night, yes, but there have been a few nights where they haven't come.
And I asked this question, but we lost the jab and you didn't answer it. Or I missed the... What time is it currently?
Oh, yeah, sorry. That was what we're doing. It's currently around evening.
Okay. If we wait a night, I could be better prepared. Because you mentioned they were fire, they burned people, right?
That's correct. Yes, they impose quite a dangerous sight at night. There are fiery silhouettes in the distance, letting you know they're coming, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
Alright, well, not very good equipped right now to deal with that kind of shit, so I'd like a night to just kind of uh do my thing and readjust this armor to better be suited. But it's not necessary, I guess.
It is up to you. You are the ones hunting out these creatures.
Oh, I wasn't talking to you, lady.
She's a little taken aback by that.
Well, in the meantime, you said there were deaths, correct?
Yes, a few band parties we've had to unfortunately have. Yes.
And have these corpses been moved from this site?
Yes, we
Or are
have
they still
collected.
in the farmhouse?
We've collected them and buried them.
I see.
Can always dig them up.
How? That is true. How close have we
What?
living witnesses gotten to these creatures?
Pardon?
I
She
said,
was
how
taken.
close have the living witnesses gotten to these creatures?
Uh, she's a little taken back by the dig 'em up comment. Um, I'd say within 20 feet of them or so.
I see. Do we have, like, a place to stay for the night while everyone readjusts their shit?
You can stay at the barn. Once again. It is very hot out, by the way.
Yeah. I'm guessing if we stayed there and then tailed the things, we would not be able to get a full long rest.
That is correct, yes.
Ace,
Yes.
would you be willing to tail these creatures and then return to us?
I mean, come on. That's what I do best. Leave
I
that to
thought so.
me.
Well, if you can provide us a place to rest for a time, we should be able to track these creatures to their place of origin and deal with it in the morning.
I thank you. And what about the pending attack tonight? Should I have my farmhands hide at London, away from the outskirts farms?
That would be ideal.
You wouldn't want any more crispy farmhands on your hand now, would you?
Which can give you a bit of
I
a
think that
glare.
prove useful.
Hey, at least it would be more witnesses, right?
You are a very, very unkind group. You know that, right?
Take that as a compliment, thanks.
Well,
I'm not quite. I don't quite understand.
As he says this, he blows smoke in his face.
wow.
You both smoke at the nose face or the lady's face?
The lady's face, yeah.
He said his face. I'm like, what?
Well, that's just unnecessary.
Look, you just gotta make the best of a bad situation sometimes, and sometimes, you know,
Exactly.
more witnesses, more information. More information means we get the job done, and the job's done, no more witnesses.
She's just gonna give you all a glare and just walk off.
I don't associate with this one. Just gonna point at Demir.
He's just gonna shrug and just find a place to hide to keep watch.
The lady said we could sleep in the barn, yeah?
That is correct.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna go take a nap. You kids have fun. Because it's about
Here's
sundown.
quietly, as an aside to Ace, can we burn down the barn with him in it? We have a cover story.
As tempting as that would be, I think it would be more trouble than it's worth.
He might end up doing it himself, if you know what I mean. Smoking. To smoke.
How'd you get into our conversation?
Yes,
The gnome just kind of walked up beneath your eyesight.
Alright. I just pick... Ace just picks you up and moves you away from us.
Oi, hey! Put me down!
You're going over here, and I take you to the barn. I plop you down in the barn. And then go back to...
Hey,
to
Demir,
be-
they were talking about you! I head into the barn.
Okay. And?
Yeah, there was saying something about burning the barn down, or I don't know. I think they meant with you in it.
That's funny. I could try.
Well, I told them you might do it yourself because of all the the smoke, doing that.
I mean,
Bad for your
honestly,
health.
honestly,
Real bad
that'd be-
for your health.
I don't care. Honestly, if they did, they'd be doing me a favor, but hey.
That's it. Gotta think positive, buddy.
Uh-huh. fucking flaming dumpster. Alright, well,
The party cohesion right now.
I'm gonna sit down
Listen.
and have some food for the night.
All
You
right.
can... I'm not giving you any.
That's fine. Would you like to hear a story?
I mean,
I've got a lot of them.
if I say no,
All true, by the way.
if I say no, will that stop you?
Probably not.
No. You see Demir press a button on the side of his helmet, and it retracts. You see, well, just Jub sees because everybody else is outside. A very old dwarf, gray skin. He wears what looks to be like these goggles, but they have like black tinted glass on them. And on the sides of these of the goggles, there's a bunch of wires that hook to the back of the back neck of the suit, and you see where he has very little hair, but it's like white hair, balding. Uh, he has on his face. It looks to be like there's some heavy scarring, and around his eyes specifically, the skin is like a lighter color, almost as if it was almost burnt or something. It's like a scar tissue, so it's a different color than is the rest of his faces. He has like this puffy, uncapped beard. He has been sweating because it's been hot, so he's got a sweaty face. He takes out a rag from his. First thing he does, he takes out a rag and wipes his face. And then takes out his rations, starts eating them. Takes out a glass bottle of this like clear liquid. Pours it into a cup. Begins to drink it.
This whole time, Jub has just been going on and on about pretty much nothing. Just one non sequitur into another.
And the mirror has been ignoring you.
As the camera pans back to the main Odd Endeavor crew, we have Ace, Bea, and Og.
Yeah, Bea's not even going to go into the barn. She's just going to start her long rest right there.
Is there anything Og or Ace wish to do before we wait for sundown?
He's just gonna find a spot to hide, keep watch.
Yeah, Bea, I should clarify, Bea's like near but not directly next to Ace. Wherever he winds up being.
Okay. Og?
Hug is gonna be. He's gonna just take his rest, but he's gonna be somewhere between where Ace and Bea are and the barn. But see me kind of confused about the weird new party dynamic we have. Very confused on what's going on.
Oh no.
Honestly, slightly confused why we brought a second child on a mission, but
Why two babies? Doesn't make sense.
Because we're on a diet, Og.
You know, you just turned two people into stone. You gotta bring a second child into fights. I don't know what's going on here. I'm really scraping the bottom of the barrel for this part.
Well, you already used to work with kobolds, so there you go.
Yeah, okay. That's like an ogre running around with a freaking horde of kindergartners.
Oh my god! Kindergarten! Nog cop, yes. It's not a tumor.
I'm not an ogre.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
We lost him.
This is the
Ladies and
we've
gentlemen, we
broken
got
the
him.
DM part of the stream. Welcome everyone.
It was gonna happen at some point.
Please
This is
stand
only a matter
by
of
while
time.
we wait like 10 minutes for DM to have his
I want to get her
legal
something.
fit.
Yeah, while he's doing
DM
that, I'm gonna go grab dinner.
DM technical difficulties. All right. So I'd say, but by the time, you know, Demir finishes his food, corks the thin glass bottle back up, puts it back in his bag. I'm assuming Jub is still going on about random bullshit,
Oh, for sure.
and Demir puts his helmet back on, pressing another button. It closes back up.
So anyway, that was how I drank myself out of a barrel after I fell in when I worked at a brewery. You know. Now that was scraping the bottom of the barrel. I'll tell you that.
Hey, Jub. Hey.
Yeah.
Could you? Do you ever shut up?
Usually when I go invisible,
Okay.
it's really difficult to, stay invisible if
how
you're
long-
talking at the same time.
All right. Let's play a game, Jub.
Yeah.
How long can you be invisible for?
It depends. Minute by minute, day to day. It's really about, my mood, the general ambiance of the situation, the environment.
All
There's a
right.
lot of factors in it.
So here's what I want you to do, right? I want you to go invisible for as long as you can.
I don't feel like it right now.
All right. I want
Anyway,
you to be quiet as long as you can.
I mean, I could do that. Yeah, that's definitely something I'm capable of. Probably. Almost. Yeah, probably.
All right. So that's a challenge for you, Jub.
I'm not so big on accepting challenges unless I'm I'm sure I'm gonna win it. Then it's like I'll take any bet if I can, win that challenge.
I'll bet you a silver piece. If you can stay quiet by the time I fall asleep, then I'll give you a silver piece. How about that?
I'll take that bet.
All right.
When does the time start?
No
Does it
response.
start now, or is it a couple minutes from now? I'd like to go into the specifics of what are the exact measurements of the challenge. I need to be really certain.
Hair grinding
I
sounds.
need to know the rules.
Metal against metal.
Look, you can't just state a general challenge. I took the bet, so I'm still totally on board with it. But I'd like to. If it's all the same to you, I'd like to go over the specifics of when that starts. How do I know you're asleep? Because when you're asleep, I'm assuming that means the challenge is over and I can talk again, right?
Jub,
Yes.
will it kill you to just be quiet?
Maybe. I've never tried it.
Do you not sleep?
Oh no, I do. I do. Although I've been told I talk in my sleep. So did the time already start? Am I still good?
No, you failed to challenge.
You see, I feel like that wasn't fair. You know, we didn't specify the start time.
The mirror's gonna get up.
Look, look. Even though you lost the challenge, clearly, you still got to pay me the silver coin. You know, I definitely
I'll
won it.
pay
You
you the
failed
silver
to.
coin.
Okay,
I
yeah,
put it outside. Hold on. Let me
All
help
right.
you.
sounds good.
I'll pick him up by the scruff.
Okay, a little bit uncomfortable. Not overly fond of when people do this. Happens a lot.
I walk over to the barn door. I open it, and I throw him out. like Shrek with Donkey.
Yep, that's usually how things go. Yep, happens
and
a lot.
I shut the door.
Oh, you hear the barn door open. You look from the sound, and you see the metal man just throw the gnome out.
So I'll come back later. After I find the coin. You know, I'll come back and I'll ask you to verify that was the coin that you left for me. You know, because I don't want to steal from somebody. Like maybe somebody else left the silver coin on the ground. I don't know. There might be coming back for it, or you know, finders keepers, right? Those kind of rules.
All you hear from inside is
Nailed it.
All right.
Tune in next year for our spin-off series, Jump into Mir, coming to a Twitch channel near you.
I really like the Shrek and Donkey dynamic we have.
It's great.
All right. So, is there anything else that you wish to do?
I'm gonna go looking for that coin.
Okay. Oh my god. So, as you're walking around, you don't find a silver coin. You find a platinum coin.
Fuck yeah! Well, I didn't know I won the challenge that good.
I rolled a D100 to see if you get a chance to find the. I rolled 100 on the D100. Because, fuck, why now?
That doubled my money.
There you go. The reverse just rewarded you for talking. It's a sign. Eventually night will approach, and as Bea and Ace are waiting, kind of hiding, I need you to make stealth checks. Bea, you're still next to him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just to see how well you're hiding is all.
Sorry in advance. Oh shit.
Ace is inspiring you to hide well. That is the logic here. No,
Wow.
You're pretty well hidden. You know, child at night, not bad. But yeah, eventually you can see on the horizon, Ace, and bam, it's not that really hard to see. What appears to be flaming creatures coming from looks to be the desert on the outskirts of this farm. You watch as the creatures descend upon one of the unpillaged farm areas and start to set the crops aflame. This goes on for about an hour or so. Make a perception check to see what you can notice about these creatures.
Alright.
It's from a distance. They're still lit up, but it's from a distance to try and determine what they are. Hard to determine silhouettes of them, what they look like from here. Just kind of flame lights.
Wow.
Yeah. But eventually they will start to turn back towards the desert.
They didn't really come too deep into the farm.
Now they burn some of the stuff down. It appears that the lack of prey may have spurned their interest a bit.
I guess that's my cue. Hop down from where I was hiding, ride him, sneakily tail them.
Headed into the desert, Betty just watches he goes after them. The field's still on fire, by the way, as you go past it. It's not too hard to keep an eye on them.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to roll me another stealth check to just remain hidden while you're going, okay? For the entire time, yeah. Okay, yeah, you're fine. They will be going out to the desert, and it's a decent travel here, actually. So you'll be following them for about 2.5 hours. Okay.
Mhm.
Eventually, they go even going through the sands, walking through it, keeping distance, kind of stay behind sand dunes, far alone in this. You will tail them, and the lights kind of guiding you in the distance, and you can see that they eventually approach an area where the sand kind of hits a border edge, almost like a rocky outcrop in the middle of the desert. You can see there are almost like a cliff edge, and the sand dune kind of goes around into it, almost forming like a slope into like a canyon with a rock made of rocks. And as you eventually follow them past, you can see there are several carved in entryways and doors to these things. And this canyon goes on for a good while. I would say about as far as you can see. Got a lot of tombs here. As you follow them for about another 45 minutes, this canyon kind of high by the rocks, jutting in and out, you eventually see them return back to one in particular that appears to be have a few scorch marks on it, so you can see from the distance. What languages can you read?
I can read common.
Okay.
I know no other language but common.
As they go inside the tomb, you do not know what the inscriptions say. You do not recognize this alphabet.
Well, I feel like it's safe to assume this is their nest in this tomb. I'm gonna have Hoots hang in this area and keep an eye on the tombs while I go back to the group.
Okay, you will definitely lose communication with Hoots, though, beyond 100 feet.
I'll lose communication, but he'll still at least be there. So as I get closer, I can regain communication when I bring the party back.
Okay.
That's the main part of it. Just have eyes
Okay.
there to once we get there to report back if it's seen anything else.
Okay. It'll take you about 3 hours, 15 minutes to get back.
All right, I'll make my way back then.
Bea, as you've been kind of waiting, Ace has been gone for about 6 hours now. Been
Okay.
a while. Some farmhands, after a while, have gone out there to fight the fires and try and keep the farm as safe as possible. But eventually, they've finished. Roll a perception check. Oh.
Nice.
You see Ace kind of stealthily make his way back to the farm.
To be honest, I don't know what Ace would do. I feel like if there's no danger, I wouldn't bother stealthing, but also it's Ace. I kind of feel
Yeah.
like he would just to be Ace.
I
That's
mean,
why I'm going with stealth. Yeah.
there's passive versions of everything, so
Right.
you got a passive stealth.
21 passive stealth. So. But you do notice Ace as he's back.
I will say, for the first 4 hours that he's gone, they would probably be in her trance, trying to get a long rest.
Yep, you can. No problem.
Alright.
Ace, you see Bea last where you left.
Walk up. Haven't moved from the spot, huh?
Well, I haven't had a reason.
Fair enough. The barn's still intact, so I guess you didn't go through with that idea. Probably for the better.
We'll see.
What time is it now? Since I've been gone.
Now I would say it's pretty early morning, like
Should we,
sunrise.
Should we gather everyone up?
Well, unless you need rest.
I'm fine. Look at me.
Very well. Is gonna gather Bog and her zombies.
Okay. So you're not gathering anyone else, or are you?
I mean, Bea's not.
If you walk by the barn, you hear a ticking sound.
Yeah, I guess Ace will go into the barn. Try to sneak in.
Roll stealth.
Wow. No. Unfortunate that you don't have the thing yet. Unfortunate.
Demir, you hear you hear heavy footsteps, and kind of turn to see Ace.
You find the mirror. Currently, the chess piece he has is currently on like his lap, and he has with one hand he's holding a pair of tongs, and with the other he's trying to like fold another piece into it. Hey,
Hey.
working on my thing. Is it morning already?
Yeah. How soon can you get ready to go? We've got their location.
I'm almost done. Give me about 10 minutes or so.
Fair enough. I feel like
Then he grabs a hammer and begins to smooth out a bit. So for your information, DM, I'm swapping over from the armor of magical strength to the resistant armor.
Okay.
And changing that to fire resistance.
Smart idea. Where is Jub?
Jub is probably out the side of the barn, fallen asleep in a bush.
Fair enough. Ace, as you walk out of the barn, you can hear some muttering coming out of a bush.
yeah. Hold on. I have a bit of a side question here. When you multiclass into another class, do you automatically get like the equipment proficiencies of said class, or is that something completely different?
You only get certain types. There's a chart that tells you what proficiency you get from multiclassing into a specific class. So yeah, you don't get everything from the class.
I'm more concerned with like the equipment, since I multiclassed into paladin, do I get the heavy armor proficiency or not?
No, negative.
You don't. All right.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect anything now, but it was just
I think
curious.
it's only. I think you can only get proficiency in light and medium armor if you multiclass into paladin. You have to start as a paladin to get heavy armor proficiency.
Yeah. You do not get proficiency in heavy armor as a paladin if you
Fair enough.
multiclass into it.
Ace probably would never used it if he had it, but I was just curious if it was an option. Now I know.
Why would you want heavy armor? It clanks and clanks.
Listen,
It fucks up yourself.
Warforged have that thing where they can change their integrated protection at night. What if we're going into a big battle and stealth isn't needed? It would nice to know Ace had the option possibly to configure himself into big battle mode.
Look, that's why you got a multi-class instead of that. That's why you got a multi-class into Artificer Armorer. It's got two options. It's got a stealth option or a defense option. It's perfect.
But yeah, I was just curious if that option was open to him. It's not, so Ace is still gonna go the way he's been going.
And it's not even. It doesn't even to swap armor types. Doesn't even take a long rest. It takes an hour. It takes an hour. So
I do want to try the new Artificer. I played an old.
It's cool so far.
It seems like it seems. Anyway, wrestling in a bush. I go to investigate.
You see the unconscious form, a sleep form of one Mr. Jubb.
I gonna fuck with him. I violently rustle the bush. Be like, get up, we're under attack.
Ah! That's so typical! What? Where? What? Huh?
Oh, over there. I point to a blank field.
I pull out my mace and I run towards it. I run
The gnome
into the
takes
field.
The gnome takes off. Og, you're awoken to the sound of a gnome running past you, screaming battle cry, running into a field.
I'll look around.
You see Ace there nearby.
He's just walking back to the regular group. If he could smile, he'd have a big smirk on his face.
I'll look from Ace back to where I saw the gnome run.
Gnome's running towards the field. Mace out.
That's why we not bring child to fight. Now I'm just gonna get up and start walking towards Ace.
There you go. Okay. So, eventually, you will discover, one, Mr. Judd, that there is no threat over that way, by the way.
Oh. I'm still half asleep. I'd like to look around for any small animals in this field that I ran into.
Perception check.
Oh, that's disadvantage. Take the first roll.
Yeah. I mean, don't see anything. Unfortunately.
Huh. I'll start muttering to myself. Head back towards the barn. Kind of grumbling.
By this time, wait, toss it away, yeah. I said this time, by this time,
I'm
though.
here.
Okay, you're back. Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't say anything.
Demir.
Sorry. Yeah, about this
Demir.
time, but Demir would have
Yeah.
gone finished with the stuff. You notice that the crystal on his chest is now like ruby red, signifying the change.
Be red. That was my favorite Pokemon game.
Good game.
So, as you have all gathered to your group here, before you head out, I think now would be a good time to call the session, guys.
Okay.
Because we have been playing for a little while.
Alright.
Plus, I don't want to get into the middle of temple exploring.
You mean it wasn't a one-off? They have to play the characters again?
Yes, because, you know,
Unfortunate for
Pog.
them. I don't know. I'm liking this dynamic. We need 3 seasons of Jump and Demir.
Oh no! Please don't make me do that. I can only make up so much shit on the spot.
Hey, hey! Welcome to being a DM. You
Yeah.
do that all the fucking time.
yeah, that's like half my job.
Yeah, but you don't have to do it out loud, is the thing.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you
yes,
do.
You do.
Are you sure?
Anytime
Yes,
a player
you
goes,
do.
"Hey, what's this?" You're like, "Well, I didn't think about that. That was not even supposed to be a thing."
I've made up entire encounters on the fly and made them into storyline credit things before. I did that last time when we played.
Literally half of the DM's job is you make shit up on the spot.
I don't know
Lol.
how y'all do it.
It's an acquired skill.
Clearly.
I was an excellent liar as a kid.
Mostly, yeah. It's either going to be a really good liar or just be really good at bullshitting your way through it and just be like, yeah, the players don't really know enough about the world to know that this is complete bullshit. And I made this all up and made it work.
Yeah.
I mean, I've made up the
Like,
entire world already, so fuck it.
There's no a good DM. You know a good DM when you can't tell that he's completely bullshitting things
Yeah.
and you believe it. You're like, oh, that sounds about right. Yeah.
See, that's why I'm a bad DM, because you all can tell when I'm bullshitting.
No, not
Mm.
really.
No.
I mean, I definitely I can tell when something. I mean, it's usually like I can usually tell when other DMs are making things up because of experience. But if I had no experience DMing, I probably wouldn't be able to tell. So
There was actually one point where I made a pause there. It wasn't because I was making something up on the fly. It was because I forgot where I put my notes what the name of the place was. I put my notes what the name of the farm was and all that shit. That was all made pre.
Remember, we got to
I
go to Grace
forgot.
Maria. We got to cross a whole another dimension.
Yeah, you gotta go to Grace Maria.
like 80% of my campaigns are bullshit made up on the spot,
Mm.
and 20% actual like pre-written things. So I've come to realize when someone is making things up, but
Yeah.
The thing is, mine's about 50-50. Like, individual characters can't be built shit on the fly, but I kind of make templates in my head for them when I need them.
Yeah.
My plot lines generally are prepared and like this, but then if the players go interact another way, I go, okay, let me think about this. It's going this way now.
I essentially just established the rules for the world and the factions, and I
Pretty
just
much.
bullshit everything after that. Just work from there.
I don't have to do any prep for next session because I've already got the template prepared because I wasn't sure how far you guys would get today.
Hey.
that's the best. That's literally
I
the
know.
best.
Mhm.
You're like, well,
We
I don't
just
have to
come
do
with
anything.
Frank out. I'm turning Og into the Juggernaut. I'm just run through every wall in the temple.
I mean, you can do that. You
but
can search.
let me guess, Calmer. Before next week or before next time, you're still going to be doing work anyway.
Yeah.
Despite you having everything prepared already.
Yep.
Because that's what happens to me all the fucking time.
Yep.
It's like, oh, I don't have to do anything. Does more work than usual anyway.
Yeah, that's me. Because I'm going to be preparing for other shit, like refining some of the stuff I have prepared for the whole pirates stuff. Because I want to make that as good as possible. Because it's like the first big arc.
Yeah.
Thank God that in that first session to start that story arc, you turned the primary character that's connected to it to stone.
Listen, okay. I didn't plan that. I didn't
Yeah.
fucking plan that. That was like one of those. It's a random encounter. What character would work for this? Okay, I had this pre-made character, this pre-made monster, this cult that I had made has created. I'll use that because that fits a good combat rating for this random encounter. Oh shit, he's in the breath weapon. Well, that thing would attack him. Fuck. Radius roar.
I was the moment that Hank turned to stone, I was like, well, there's the primary connection to the story arc gone.
I love it when your favorite show goes into filler arc right off the bat.
God damn it!
Hey, this isn't filler arc. This is the main story.
Wait, is this the Kochu Beetle arc from Naruto?
It's technically one of those like Naruto episodes that like or One Piece for that matter. They both do this where they introduce like these characters from a movie, but they don't go any further than that. This was all just a big lead up to the Jub and Demir movie. That's all this arc is.
Jub and Demir OVA out soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's the girl from Bleach? The one who like faded in memory?
You know how long it's been since I've thought about Bleach? I haven't read it since high school.
I liked
back.
it back in the day.
The anime anyway is coming back.
Hey,
Why?
They're skipping ahead to like some of the last.
no,
story arcs,
that
I
was her
believe.
name.
But they're not good. Why?
Because I gotta complete it and make money.
What was it? What was the arc they were
Have
gonna
you ended the recording yet?
Good point.
I can. Thank you all for watching season 2, episode 2. See you all in a couple weeks. Bye.